I hope you're having a great day. Well, today we're going to talk about 3 more remedies. We spoke about home remedies that have been time tested, tried for ages and ages, and they work in most cases for sore throats, stomach aches, and headaches. Today we're going to talk about flu and colds. These are normal things that we keep getting, especially when the weather changes, when there's too much of pollution, or sometimes when we mostly have a low immune system. So I've made a list of some of the things that have worked, ancient wisdom. And like I always say, it shouldn't replace your medical treatment, number one. Number two, if you have to go to your doctor, you still go to your doctor. But now, over and above all of that stuff, let's start talking about a flu and a cold. We need to understand that the first thing important when you have a flu and a cold is to rest. Because what happens when we rest? We naturally boost our immune system. Now, and your immune system is what takes care of the virus, the bacteria, the pathogen, the germ, whatever it is that has caused your illness. If you're non-vegetarian, you cannot go wrong with a bowl of hot chicken soup. For the longest time, people have used chicken soup. It's your mother's recipe of chicken soup with a lot of vegetables in it, like carrots, onions, a lot of vegetables mixed with chicken, like a broth. You make a soup out of it, and very low salt. And you have 1 or 2 bowls of this. Number one, the protein. We know protein is the building blocks of all cells. So when a virus has attacked your cells or a bacteria has attacked your cells, that's how there's a compromise in your immune system and we get sick. Now, if you're vegetarian, that's not a problem. You can have a warm bowl of tomato soup. In that tomato soup, you want to add basil leaves, you want to add cloves, you want to add ginger, garlic, and onion. So you don't have to be non-vegetarian, you don't have to be vegetarian. Whatever works for you, you add this bowl of soup. 2 warm mugs of soup with very low salt can help you with a cold and flu. Ginger, honey, and garlic. For the longest time, this has literally been used as medicine. So you take a 1-inch piece of ginger, you mash it. You boil it in water with 2 to 3 cloves of garlic, which is basically smashed. You need to understand that the power of garlic is when you cut it or you smash it, expose it to air for about 5 to 10 seconds, you activate something called allicin in it that boosts your immune system. So we have garlic, we have ginger. You boil this into a concoction and then you add the honey later. You never boil honey. Now, most people using honey today are just having jars of sugar. You need to understand how to read labels. Even organic honey doesn't mean it's good honey. If it's organic honey or whatever honey, you need to have these words on the bottle: raw, unpasteurized, or raw, unfiltered. If it is just plain organic honey, it could still mean it's pasteurized. And if it's pasteurized, honey doesn't behave like medicine. If you want honey to behave as medicine in you, it's got to be raw, unheated, and unpasteurized. So please be careful of the way labels and markets try to fool you with organic, and it's nothing but ultra-processed food. Raw, unpasteurized honey. So you add a teaspoon or a tablespoon to the ginger and garlic concoction that you've made, and that is great for you. You can't go wrong with vitamin C again. Your doctor will give you vitamin C supplements. You may take your own vitamin C supplements, or you eat foods which are rich in vitamin C, like your citrus fruits, your oranges, your sweet lemons, amla, Indian gooseberry. Having a tablespoon or a teaspoon of amla with water, okay, that is also a great immunity booster for you when you have a cold and a flu. Be on a good probiotic. It's always good to be on a good probiotic when you have a cold and flu. If you don't want to take a supplement probiotic, you can't go wrong with things like sokra, which is pickled cabbage. You can't go wrong with a beetroot kanji. Or the most simplest thing to do is a normal rice kanji. So if you have white rice at home, you cook the white rice, you cool it. You take a tablespoon or 2, put it in a small clay pot, cover it with water, keep it overnight, and in the morning have that on an empty stomach. That's a natural, super powerful probiotic that can help you with your cold and flu. A saltwater gargle as well helps. So you take a mug of warm water, you put a tablespoon of rock salt in, and you gargle twice or thrice in a day to add some amount of relief to your cold and flu. We all know Vicks, the vapor rub, that creates heat in our system. So using Vicks on your chest, on your temples, and basically on the soles of your feet. So you put it on the soles of your feet before you sleep, and then you put socks on. So this keeps heat. Our extremities are our palms and the soles of our feet. If these are left uncovered, our cold and flu can get worse. So you put Vicks. If you don't want to use Vicks, you can use what traditional India did. You take a little bit of pure ghee. Okay, you warm it up a little bit. Okay, just for like a minute, and then when it's at a temperature that won't burn you, you slowly rub pure ghee on the soles of your feet a little bit, and you put your socks on and you sleep. Okay, and of course a warm bath will always help you with a cold and cough, and onion water. So you chop onion, okay, into small pieces and you store it in a bowl of water. Keep it for about 3 to 4 hours, and then you have about 2 to 3 tablespoons of the onion water. You don't have to eat the onion. You can if you want, or you can just have the onion water. These are simple remedies that you can do. They're inexpensive. You can do it at home. And like I said, if the symptoms persist, see your doctor. Let's talk about motion sickness. And a lot of people have motion sickness. A lot of people have morning sickness, especially women going through pregnancy. And of course, you have chemotherapy sickness where you have a lot of nausea and vomiting. Lemon and ginger. If these two things suit you, lemon and ginger are the most powerful things. So if you have motion sickness, you're on a long drive, what you want to do is make sure that you have that concoction of boiled ginger in water, add some lemon to it. Okay, and carry a bottle of water which has a ginger concoction with lemon. This is really good. And also in a small container, which is not plastic, you want to cut some wedges of lemon. And if you find motion sickness hitting you, you just want to suck on that lemon for a bit. Okay, and these are things that can reduce nausea almost instantly. So ginger and lemon. Some people with morning sickness and post-chemo nausea can also cut a piece of fresh ginger and inhale it. You inhale fresh ginger or you drink it in a concoction, you can't go wrong with the lemon part of it. So even just touching your tongue on lemon for a while, okay, you'll generate a lot of saliva in your mouth, but it's great for nausea. The third thing that we're going to talk today about is puffy eyes. A lot of people wake up with puffy eyes. Now you need to understand, if you're constantly waking up with puffy eyes and you have water retention in your feet and in your legs, you want to get your blood test done. You want to check out your kidney to find out why your kidney may not be working the right way. If you just have puffy eyes because you're sleep deprived, of course, fix your sleep. But if you normally have puffy eyes, the best thing that you could do is you take a tea bag. It could be a black tea bag or a green tea bag. Okay, you dip it in your tea, okay, and then you take that same tea bag and you keep it in the fridge for about 20 to 30 minutes until it cools. So you use an old tea bag, okay, kept in the fridge, and then you just put the tea bags on your eyes where it's puffy and you leave it for about 10 to 15 minutes. By far, this is one of the most natural treatments for puffy eyes if it's not caused by a medical disorder. You don't want to do tea bags, something which is simpler. Cucumber slices, and you keep it in the fridge for a while until they're really, really cold. The fridge, not the freezer. And then you put cucumber eye slices on the puffy eyes. You leave it for about 15 to 20 minutes. Highly relaxing, and it works great for puffy eyes. So these are remedies that you can do immediately for these things. Remember, nature has given us a lot that we can do. Decades and decades ago, people have used these simple remedies to get through sickness in life. You may want to do the same thing, but like I always said, listen to your body and your symptoms. You need medical intervention. You take medical intervention. Have a great day, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep.